Welcome to the WordPress workshop class. In this class, we are going to learn about how to create menus and submenus, and how to create pages and edit them, how to create posts, and also we'll understand the how to create landing pages using WordPress. And then we will have a brief discussion about how to use GMAS. If you are able to understand GMAS, then you can be able to understand email marketing as well. Let us go to virtualwordpress.com, virtual WordPress. We go to application. I hope you already are installed this virtual WordPress on your system. If not, I will share another video where you can able to install virtual WordPress on your system, where you can practice a lot. Once you have done enough practice and you are confident of create a blog, then you can go for a hosting space and you can create your own blog. Till then, let us access virtual WordPress on our laptop. So this is the front end of our WordPress. We will go to back end of our WordPress. Today our first topic is to understand menus. We will find menus under appearance section. Once we landed on the dashboard of the WordPress, you can find menus under the appearance section. Yeah, under menu, under appearance, if you click on it, you will get these options. Under this, we will click on menus. You can create number of menus for your WordPress blog. Where it will be helpful means if you want to display your website as different projections in different locations, then you can have different menus. Suppose if you want to display your website in one aspect in USA, and when it comes to Australia or Canada, when you want to project your website in different formats, then you can use different submenus. You can choose your submenu depending upon the location that the user is going to access your WordPress site. Let us go to menus. And first you have to create your main menu. So here is an option, you can create any number of menus. So initially we are working on one menu. I just named it as main menu. I'm choosing it as top menu as well. And I want to assign source, and I'm removing social links menu, so that you cannot find all the social links on the front end of your website. And if you want to add any new page directly to the menu, then you can choose this button. Or if you do not want to add any new page to the existing menu, then you do not check this button. If you check this, the newly added page will appear on your front end of your website. If you did not check it, then it will not appear. It will be created, but it will not appear on the front end of your website. For time being, let's check it. And click save. So under menu, so to choose our main menu, we have to create pages first. We have to create our pages first. Then we will go to pages section. Let us see what pages are existing already there by clicking on all pages. So privacy policy draft and sample page, these are existing. So I don't want this page. I want to remove this, and this is draft, leave it. And I want to remove this page, sample page, and I want to add my own pages. Then move to trash, select it, move to trash, apply. Now I will be creating the pages that I want. For time being, I have been created pages like page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Usually we need a contact, we need a home page first, then we need a contact us page, then we need a blog page where we will be posting our regular updates. and where we need a site policies page. Site policies page is very important, and I'll explain when I'm creating that site policies page. Now for time being, let us create some pages. Page 1. So I'm clicking on publish. So a new page is published. Let us see you by clicking on view page, or you can copy link and open in a new page. So this is how your page 1 will appear, will look like. Now we are going to create more pages. By once I am going to WP admin. Next time we will copy link and open in a new tab so that we can save time. So once again I'm going to pages and I am adding new page. For time being I am creating 4 pages. And what are these all options are? I will explain you while we are creating a blog post. There are so many options to know and explore. I will let you know once I am telling you how to create a blog post. So I am clicking on page 2 as well. So copy link, open it in a new page. Once again you will go to WP admin backend. So this is how your page 2 will look like. So page 1 is already there. Page 2 appeared just beside page 1. Similarly, we can create any number of pages. For time being and to understand it better, I am creating 2 more pages so that we can learn how to edit pages as well. So I have created page 3 as well, and I am clicking on publish. And once again, I copy link and I'll open it in a separate browser window, and I go back to WP admin page. And here I am going to create one more page. If you want to see your page 3, then page 3 also appearing here beside it. So let us create one more page. Add new. Click on publish. Publish immediately. Here you will have an option after creating your page. After you creating a page, it asks you whether you want to display that page immediately, or you can schedule it for particular day, particular time. I want to go to this page live. So you can schedule your page live, or you can post it immediately as well. So we have created 4 pages till now. We should be able to see it on this here. So now we will learn how to manage these pages. Suppose your website have so many number of pages, then you can categorize them and you can manage. Let me show you how you can manage your pages. Once again, go to menus, go to menu, and all the pages that you have created will appear here. Will appear here. And earlier we checked this box means all the newly created pages are appearing on the main menu. All the newly created pages are appearing on the main menu. Suppose if you do not want these pages side by side, if you want them in a vertical form, then what you are supposed to do? You simply make page 2 as a, I just want you to observe this carefully. Just click it, drag it and place it aside. Then it will become a sub item. If you want to page 3 as sub item for page 2, then you can do like this. And if you want to page 4 as sub item to page 3, means page 1 has 3 sub items, page 2 has 2 sub items, page 3 has 1 sub item. Let's see how this will look like now. Now we have to save menu. After placing this, you have to save. Then let us see how it will look like. Let it be load completely. Then see. Page 1 has page 2 as submenu, page 2 has page 3 as submenu, page 3 has page 4 as submenu. So that you can create any number of pages and you can align them the way you want. Suppose if you are creating a sports related blog, and in the main page you can have pages like your home page, indoor sports and outdoor sports. And you can create all the content about outdoor sports as a blog post, and you can add them all those pages as sub pages, sub items to outdoor sports. And you can write your blog post as on indoor sports as well, and you can add those all those pages as sub items to indoor pages. I hope you understand this concept. So you can add any number of pages. You can add any number of pages, and you can choose the number of pages that you want on your front end of the front end of your blog. So till now we understand how to create menus and how to create pages. Now we are going to understand how to create a blog post. Now we are going to understand how to create a blog post. Once again, I'm going to the back end of this WordPress by clicking WP admin. Now I'm going to post section. So go to post and let's see is there any already post existing or not. I'm clicking on all posts. So hello world, this is the default post from WordPress. I don't want this post to be appear on my blog, so I am deleting it. Click on it, move to trash, apply. Now I am going to create my first post. So once again go to post, click on add new, or you can click on here as well, add new. The pattern of adding a page and post is same, but in post creation we will explore all the options available in the uh, blog editor or custom editor in the WordPress backend. Post 1, sample post. So once you have given this title, an URL will be already created. An URL will be created by default. We have to choose in permalinks in setting that how we want us to display our URL. So if I click on preview and I want to see the preview in the new tab, this is how it looks like. How blog post will be. So this is how it looks like. It comes with a date, it comes by author, and it comes as post 1, sample post. And when you want to check the URL of this post, here we can get the URL of the post. So you can click on copy and you can paste. So the URL came as with a date and it post title. This you can edit in the permalink section of the backend of the WordPress. What is the keyword of your blog post? That keyword should be appear inside the URL in a simple format. Anyone who reads that URL should be able to understand what your blog post is all about. Instead of showing them all the symbols, all the symbols, alphabets, numbers. If you remember if you are able to recall the YouTube URLs, it is very difficult to remember YouTube URLs. But whereas once you have created your blog, you should be able to uh, create your blog post URLs in a easy way that you can remember and your users can able to understand it thoroughly. Now let us have a look at what are the options available in creating a post. Once again, I'm going to add new post. And if you go to this plus button, all the options available in whatever manner you want to present your blog post, all these options are available. If you are already familiar with writing content on MS Word or MS any documents, then you should be able to understand where to access all the symbols and the functionalities. Like if you want to create it as some heading, or if you want to create it as a title, or if you want to add some bullet points, or if you want to add some list number, and all those options will be available here. You can put it as a paragraph, you can select the heading, you can choose the listing, you can create as a, and if you want to quote any quotes in between your blog post, you can use this option. Then it appears in such a format that any user reading your blog post should be able to understand this is a quote. The writer quoted some famous quote here, and you can add embedded code. This is a classic writer. Right now, what we are using is a block block editor, and you can go to choose classic editor, which was the earlier editor of WordPress. You can choose tables, and there are many more options. When it comes to media, you can add single image, you can add gallery images, you can add audio, you can add files, you can add media and text simultaneously. Means an image will appear here, and beside that you can add text as well, and you can add videos as well. I already suggested you in the previous classes that whenever you are going to add images or videos, I want you to use embedded form of adding videos to your WordPress blog. It helps you reduce the load on your blog, and it helps you reduce within less time. When it comes to adding images also, I want you to use the WP Image Optimizer plugin so that it optimizes your plugin, and it reduces the load on your blog post, and it helps you to it helps you to load your blog post within less time. That is very important feature of your blog when it comes to search engines. And later we have some more functions like if you want to add any button, any call to action button, any purchase here button, uh, and if you want to add a column like this, you can add one column, two columns on your blog post. And you can have a page breaker, separator. All these options are available. You can able to master all these options only when you have starting practice run writing a blog post. So I suggest everyone to write a 500 word or 1000 word blog post on any topic that you want. And I want you to insert all these options. I want you to insert headings. I want you to write it in small paragraphs. I want you to introduce some videos, and I want you to add some images like single image or gallery image. I want you to introduce some mm, call to action button and all those things. So once you practice it only, then you will be master that how you can add blog post effectively to your uh, blog. Here there are embedded sections of adding your blog to social media as well. You can embedded YouTube videos. Embedded means you will be adding using a HTML code. You do not add the videos by simply copying the URL of that YouTube video. So we'll go to below that video. You will find the option called embedded. Once you click on it, it gives you an HTML code. It gives you an HTML code. I want you to copy that HTML code, and I want you to add it as an widget in your blog so that it will not consume more load. It will not consume more space. If you are adding videos and audios or any images using less space, it helps you to create your blog in an effective way. It loads in a less quick time. Why I'm compelling to have your blog to be loaded within less time means, I already explained it. One more time, I am telling it. If two blogs have same content and one blog is loading in 3 seconds and second blog is loading in 5 to 6 seconds, then Google will rank blog loading in 3 seconds as the in top. So we can do research and we can add content the way you want. But when it comes to loading speed, you have to optimize the loading speed so that we can rank better on Google. So this is how we have to create our blog post. I hope you got a brief idea of how to add your blog post. I want you to experiment with by writing a 500 word or 1000 word blog post on your virtual WordPress only. It allows you to write, and I want you to master this section. Once you have created your blog perfectly, then all you need to do is simply adding your blog post one by one, one by one, one by one. Now we are going to discuss how to create a landing page. There are several options. Once you master WordPress, then you no need to spend on landing pages. So there are plenty of options in WordPress like page builders, Elementor, and all those things. If you learn WordPress, then you can easily able to create a landing page. The purpose of a landing page is you will present about a particular course or service or product on that landing page, and you ask your visitor to take action. You will be selling your product for a price, or you will be asking his email ID to interact with, to engage him more, or you will be asking him his time. You are seeking his money or time just to promote your product. Once you have done enough nurturing, and once you have engaged them well, then you can send a sales pitch to them. So that's what we use landing pages for. Usually we will have the landing pages separately, but here for time being, I still have to create a one for professional landing page. But meantime, I have created a landing page on my blog itself. Those whoever visits my blog will come to my landing page. So when you come to my blog, this 5-day WordPress workshop is acts like a kind of landing page where I ask people to purchase my trip product, purchase my tripwire product for 197 rupees. If they are happy with this 197 product, then they'll go to the next level of my product or service. So a landing page will have some features. It should be particularly about one content. One you should use the power of one on your landing page. Your landing page should not have any deviations. You should not link. It should you should Your landing page should not drive your visitors to some other page. It should be able to drive your visitors only to submit their email ID, or only to purchase a small product, or if you only to uh, submit their time to you. So that is the aim of a landing page. On your landing page, you should be able to handle all the objections of your user. So whenever a user wants to check to purchase a particular thing on online, he checks online. He has two doubts inside his mind regularly. First doubt is to whom he has to purchase that service or product. Does the person have the real ability to solve his problem or not? And the second one I'll explain later. For how you have to prove yourself that you are the right person to choose business with you, you will be providing him a lead magnet. But you have to provide your lead magnet through your landing page. So your lead magnet shows your expertise. It should be very specific and it shows your expertise. After reading your lead magnet and after spending time on your landing page, user should be able to come to a decision that yes, he is the right person to which I have to interact to solve my problem. Once he is interacted with your landing page, then you should offer him a low price product or service so that it clears the doubt about himself. He will be able to understand that yes, I can utilize this product and I can add value to my life, or I can make my life easy, or I can solve my problem, or I can improve my status. You should be able to find any of these life changing moments once he consumed our product. So that's why we are supposed to create our landing page. There are several options like inbounds. You can use Elementor in WordPress, or you can create page builders, or you can once you have your domain name, then you can create a subdomain name. You can create a subdomain name like landingpage.kishnagopal.com, and you can present your content on it. There is no need to present all the rest of the features on landing page. So I hope you got an idea for how to create a landing page. There are more specifications about a landing page. I will be sending you an email about how a landing page should look like, a PDF document of how your landing page should look like. You will get an email about it. So that is what, not all about landing page. I hope you got an idea of landing page. I will explain you in detail about in my attachment in my PDF document, where you will get a clear idea of a landing page. And now we will be understanding how a GMAS uh, application from Google helps us to understand email marketing. So I want you to install GMAS, GMASS, to your Google Chrome extension, so that it helps you in understanding the basics of email marketing. So once you have installed GMAS onto your Google Chrome extensions, then whenever you create a write, it asks you this option: send away directly or send using GMAS. The advantage of having GMAS on your installed on your Google Chrome extension is it helps you to send up to 50 email IDs per day. It helps you to send 50 email IDs per day free. You can add all the 50 email IDs in the two address bar, but it goes to everybody's inbox as if you send them as an individual email. So I will show you one example here. And during this course, I have sent some emails to all of you. I'll show you GMAS reports, not GMAS reports. GMAS schedule. Oh no, opens. So if you click on opens, so whenever I have finished a class, I added same content in the email, and I added all the 6 email IDs of you, and I sent click using GMAS. So if you check that email ID in your inbox, it appears to you like as if I sent you it as an individual email. So that is the advantage of Gmail, and I can notify whoever has opened my email as well. So I can I can schedule a next email by looking at whoever people have opened my email as well. Uh, when it comes to email marketing, it's all about creating a group, creating a list of your email IDs, and adding value to the sending email as if you are sending them individual emails. And by understanding the user activities as well, like how many of you have opened your email, how many didn't open your email, how many of unsubscribed from your email list, you will be able to understand all those things. You will be understand all those things. Um, Here also, I'll get a notify whoever opens an email, so that I can schedule my next email depend upon this. So this is all free. This is all free. I just want you to install the GMAS on your Google Chrome. Once again, I'm telling you, if you have installed GMAS on your Google Chrome, it comes as an option here. So you can enter up to 50 email IDs per day, but it goes to user's inbox as if you send them privately. You send them to them only. And after your mail reaching their inbox, depending upon their action, whether they opened it or whether they didn't open it, you can schedule your next email. So if you understand how to use Gmail, you will get the basics of email marketing. You will be able to understand the basics of email marketing. In this course of how to create your own blog, I am explaining all the functions and areas where you have to master, so that you can do blogging effectively. I don't right away. I don't offer you any email marketing course or any affiliate product. I just want you to understand how email marketing works. First, you will have a list of subscribed email. People wants to listen from you. You will have one such email list. then you will keep sending emails to them. They receive email as if you send them privately, but you can send up to thousands of people at a time using autoresponders in email marketing tool. Before going to use any email marketing tool, I want you to just master GMAS. In GMAS, you can send 50 emails per day freely, and after depending upon the open rates, you can create your next scheduled email. So this is if you understand Gmail well, you can understand the basics of email marketing as well. Then you can choose any email marketing tool that you want. This is required when you are creating your blog and you want to use your blog as a medium. uh, People are expecting that if I write content on my blog, I'll be able to make money. It's very hard. Your blog is your medium. Your blog is not your destination. Through your blog, you should be able to create your email list, email ID, and after creating that email ID, then you will be able to sell them products or sell them affiliate products or sell them services, courses, or whatever you are offering. So this is the main criteria that I want you to understand. Don't assume that if you create a blog and write content, you are able to make money. Your blog is your medium. Your blog is your medium to create your own email list. Your email list will consist of people who are interested in your services or products. That is a huge a resource for you. It will be a huge resource for you if you have people who are list of email list of people who are interested in your product or service. Once you are able to create one email list of 1,000 people, then you can do online business as a cakewalk. So that is all what about GMAS. I want you to install GMAS Chrome extension. You have to install it as a Chrome extension on your Google Chrome. Then I want you to start email GMAS so that you can understand all the basic functionalities of an email marketing. So that is all what about class 4. In this class, we have discussed about how to create menus, how to create pages and edit pages, how to add pages in sub items and items and all those in different formats, how we can add pages. And next, we understand about how to add a blog post. We have been through all the features available on a blog post. Next, we have a brief introduction to landing pages. Landing pages is right now not important. Once you have created your blog, then you should need a landing page too to get email IDs or to get people to subscribe to your tripwire. So I have given an introduction to landing page. I will be sending a checklist of landing page, what a landing page should consist of, and what do's and don'ts of landing page. You can simply able to understand. I will send a checklist which has do's and don'ts of a landing page. And lastly, we are able to understand GMAS. If you are able to use GMAS, you will be able to understand the basic lessons of all the email marketing. Once you have understood all the basics of email marketing, then you will able to easily able to do. You will be able to send in an automated version of emails to a list of people, but people will get your emails as if they are getting individually. I hope you are already in the receiving end of an email marketing. I want you to go to the next level of email marketing where you will be sending emails as if you are sending them individually, but you are sending them a list of people using automated version of an email marketing. GMAS helps you to understand that in a basic level by allowing you to send 15 emails per day for free. So that is all about this class. I will be emailing all the PDFs and links to you that which are related to this class. I will be happy if you are able to share your feedback about this class. Thank you so much.